Hi, my name is Fallene Wells, and this is your catalyst to grow. I love to garden and get my hands in dirt and working with plants. Over the years of watching plants behave, I've learned how much they can teach us about resilience, going dormant to build stronger roots, and having a grounding awareness of their environment. Have you ever heard of the quote, "Bloom where you are planted"? I used to think it was comforting, but over the years I've realized it can also become a subtle form of self-abandonment, enduring environments that may be stunting your growth in the name of resilience. Changing your physical environment or location isn't always possible, but honoring yourself and trusting what you need is within reach. When we moved abroad to Spain, I imagined myself like a mature tree, rooted in the same familiar soil for years. I appeared to be thriving on the outside, but below the surface, I was barely surviving. When I dug myself up and moved to a completely different zone with new soil, it felt like a shock to my system. If you've ever dug up a plant and moved it, it takes time for it to get adjusted to its new environment before it can start to truly thrive. You might even think you've killed it. Much like that plant, it took time to adjust to my new environment. When we start digging up those old thoughts and beliefs, like the ones that told you you weren't meant to bloom, it can feel uncomfortable and even painful. It's important to remember that if we want to sustain growth internally, it's not going to be instant. Just think of how many years it took to grow those roots and beliefs in the first place. But before you go digging around, start assessing your soil and see what you're working with. Instead of focusing on what you've accomplished and how productive you are, look at the conditions that have shaped your growth. Things like your values or where you invest your energy. Your social feed or what you nourish your body and mind with. Noticing your physical environment and who you surround yourself with. Are they nurturing or stunting your growth? Along with tracking your emotional patterns through reflecting and journaling, which is very useful to get to the bottom of those stories that you've been telling yourself. Similar to a healthy soil that supports strong roots, supportive internal conditions allow growth to happen naturally. Taking this time to reflect helps you grow intentionally by becoming aware of what's nourishing you, what's draining you, and what may need your attention before you can move forward. Learning how to blossom and grow the way that you were intended to takes so much courage. But you don't have to do it alone. Through practical steps that integrate in your lifestyle, my mentorship will help you strengthen self-trust, expand your courage, and help you create an internal environment that allows growth to unfold at its own pace. Remember, you don't have to bloom where you are planted. You can change your environment and grow the way you were intended. Thanks for watching.